All right, so today we have a pretty cool new vehicle in that we haven't seen before. It's a new Ford Raptor R. Pretty much the same as any other Gen 3 Raptor, except this one has the bigger motor, supercharged V8. Sounds awesome. Pretty excited to work on it. I'm going to be installing an ADD Stealth Fighter bumper. We're going to be putting a 40-inch rigid radiance light bar in the center here, two 10-inch rigid radiance light bars on the side to take over as fogs, and installing on the truck. We're going to see how it turns out. It should look pretty cool. I did a very similar Raptor like this a couple months ago, but it wasn't an R. Excited to see how this one turns out. All right, as we said, we're going to be doing some new lights in this bumper. These are the rigid Radiance series. These are actually relatively new. They've had Radiance series for a long time, but the previous series, you had to specify which color you wanted your backlight to be. These now actually have RGB, so you're able to select whatever color that you want to, whatever your theme color is, or if you just want amber to be a background color, what have you. So these lights, this is the 10-inch light that's going to be getting installed on the side of our stealth bumper here. This light essentially is going to be used as a fog light. So the light itself, very simple array. It's going to output a very bright white light. On this particular bumper, it's going to be angled to the side, so it'll kind of show you what's going on the side if you're doing any trail riding or things of that nature. But in the back of it is going to have that backlight I was mentioning. Typically, most people do an amber backlight, but you can do blue, purple, red, green. I wouldn't suggest red or blue because that could emulate a police cop or cop car or what have you. So I wouldn't do that. The 40-inch bar, which we'll also be putting in, which is over here, just a much larger version of that small 10-inch bar. And it's got a mild curve to it. Same thing. This light's going to be installed in the center of the bumper, and this is going to be used for your auxiliary lighting if you're on a back road or if you're in the woods, camping, hunting, or if you just really want to make somebody in front of you move out of the way and you want to flash the high beams at them, so to speak. I've been known to do that once or twice, maybe 3 times. All right, anyways, now that we've explained what kind of lights we're going to be putting in, let's go ahead and look at what has been done already. So obviously we've already seen the Stealth Fighter bumper. This has been opened up, and we've started moving our wiring over from our car. You look at the front of the vehicle, we've taken apart quite a bit of the front of the vehicle. It's a little bit more than I expected due to all of the electronics that this car has. So I had to remove the grill area because they have your sensor in there that detects how close you are to the vehicle in front of you. So there's been some modifications and relocation for that particular sensor so that the vehicle will still operate the way that the manufacturer has designed it to be operating. Going forward, I'm going to put all the lights here inside of the bumper, finish out all the wiring, and then we'll be installing it back onto the car. So hang on, take a look and watch what I do, and we'll see how it finishes and turns out. Bye. So I had to dissect the harness on this because there's a sensor that we've talked about a few times already that has to be relocated. And the way that it is pre-wired from the manufacturer of the vehicle is located, it's designed to go into a specific spot. We are now changing that spot. So I had to dissect it so I can get room to move it to the new spot. Fun stuff. All right, so we just wrapped up this beginning stages of our Raptor R build. Customer's going to be taking it tonight and then bringing it back in a couple weeks for stage 2. Anyway, this is what we did with stage 1. Fairly simple. We did a nice set of Austin wheels, coupled with a set of Ridge Grappler tires in a 37-1250. In the front of the vehicle, probably the biggest and most notable change is the Stealth Fighter bumper made by ADD. We've also added a couple 10-inch rigid light bars in the factory fog light pockets for the ADD bumper, and a 40-inch bar, curved bar, rigid as well for the main appearance, I guess, if you will. That one's really going to set everything off when you turn that thing on. Now that we've got this stage all wrapped up, please check back with us on this car, because we have a pretty awesome reveal coming for our second stage in a couple of weeks. I'm just going to give you a small hint. There's going to be a fairly significant color change as far as overall appearance. Please check back with us, see how this one turns out. I think it's going to be pretty rad. Have a good night, guys.